Okay, how y'all doing? I was supposed to have already gotten here earlier this morning, but what happened was I had a demonstration where um, I wasn't really able to do what I needed to do for a minute. So I was thinking to myself about the power of becoming powerful from within out, where you can really listen to the elements, like almost like talk to you, keep you aware. But I was just wanting to hit y'all with this one, right? Because I was thinking about the Zeptosecond, right? So my mind made me go back to the data, because you know how people like data. They want to know whether or not you're a liar or not. So I say, do your own research, right? So the word is spelled Zeptosecond, Zeptosecond. So this is the definition of a zeptosecond and why I'm sharing it. A zeptosecond is a trillionth of a billion of a second, or a decimal point followed by 20 zeros and a 1. Check it out. Spell Zeptosecond. Put it in your browser. So you may say, why would that be important to an individual like myself? Well, here's why. It was important to me to learn the acceptance of who I am in terms of how fast that I can manifest through the power of thought, from a subatomic to a what we would call a visual level, where all the atoms and the neutrons and the electrons come together in a solidified form. So the reason why that was important to me is because I wanted to know just how fast I would be able to manifest my thought focused upon. So a few minutes ago, right, I went and looked at this 2008 silver, what's it called? It's called a Porsche, man. A Porsche something S. Anyway, it's bad, right? It's like a 2-seater. It ain't the 4-seater. So I'm talking to the dude, right? So I told the guy, I said, look, I said, when I come through, I said, I probably be dealing with Wells Fargo or Bank of America and a cashier check. He said, yeah, okay. So I was looking at something else too, right? I took pictures of them and so forth and so on. But I said, when you truly in the power of prayer, what you're manifesting isn't important in terms of its value. What's important is that you are creating it with your own thought. Like, it's so slick that you can create something already here. You just creating it as you're walking up to it. It's done. So my whole demonstration is, what kind of power is that? So that's something else that the Lord is working on me. You know, I'm a what they call that, a masterpiece in progress that has forgotten that its root is a masterpiece. Because only God knows who I am. And I look at it like this: when God is your teacher, and you want everything, like you want it all. You want the bad, the good, the ugly. Oh, yeah, just give it to me, Lord. I need it, because I really need to know that I know what I'm doing. And then I was thinking about the other day, right? I was saying to myself, I said, if I reach 500 females, 500 males, that's not true, right? I broke it down like this here. If I meet one, you'll be able to do 1 billion. So it's 7.3 billion people. So really, I only need like 7.5. So we just make it 8 as a backup. You know what I mean? Because that's how God get down. He be having a game so tight that, like he be like, look, man, I'm God. Like, you ain't got to do nothing. Just recognize who I am. I'll put you in place. I'm like, oh my God. And then how I figured it out, right? So now all I'm doing now is waiting on God. So let me get to this one piece because I'm going to really enjoy looking at this later, even if only I look at it. That's how good it is. Now, this young man named Jeff Bezos, who's supposed to allegedly step down from his company or whatever, right? He was supposed to be the richest man in the world. So the dude that creates the Tesla, he's supposed to pass him by some type of, how they do what they do, and now he's like 127 billion. So the other day, Jeff Bezos supposed to have passed him, right, at like whatever that stratospheric number is, right? And so this is what I figured out, right? I figured out that a billion is 9 zeros plus whatever number. So let's just give him another 2-3 billion, right? Say it's 130 billion, right? So that's like 9 zeros with 127 in front of it, right? So the way that the Lord hit me, and this is what I was working on, right? I say, you know what? I say, Lord, I'm supposed to be, your son, and you're supposed to be teaching me and whatnot. I said, I need a number that is like out there, that seems unattainable, so I can mess up the economy like Massa Musa did when he ran up through Egypt, and what he did to the Egyptian economy and how much he was giving away gold. So this was the number I came up with, right? The number I came up with is called a decillion. That's DECILLION. So I said, Lord, I said, you're giving me your info. It's top line. It's top flight. You know what you're doing, right? I'm saying, like, I really need to get it. And so you said for me to come to you, right? I said I really want to, prove like for real, the manifestation of the Spirit is like a joke. It's really what is behind the Spirit that you can shape shift it and change it to it whatever you want. It can be bad or good. But then there's a balance in the world that don't allow the bad to overrule the good, because the good is based on love. It cannot be conquered. You see what I'm saying? The Spirit cannot be assassinated. It just take another shape. Yeah, in terms of the 3 dimension, you got to go through certain stuff, and that's why, like just like with JFK, and then they killed his son. That was a lineage. That was a bloodline. They had to take care of that, right? But check this out, right? What if the bloodline is spiritual? Like they can't even do nothing with you. And I got a call yesterday from Andrews Air Force Base when I was looking on my phone, right? And while I'm looking at it, I'm saying, like, the only thing I could think of is that the ONI, which is the Office of Naval Intelligence, which is in Suitland, Maryland, right? Like, why are you calling me, right? But I picked it up anyway, right? Because one of the things that the Lord don't give you is fear. Because if they looking for me, they know right where I'm at, right? But check this out, right? If you really on the right path and God got you, they can't touch you. They can't touch you, period. And anybody you connected with. Because this is what I found out. It's either me or somebody else. So this is what I came up with, right? The word decillionaire is a 1 with 60 zeros behind it. So I said, if I'm just going to get money, let me become a decillionaire. That way I can mess up the whole economy. You feel me? Yeah, we running this. You see what I'm saying? So I already said, if I just get one student, the student that follows what I'm talking about, they'll be able to basically vacuum seal 1 billion. So I only need like 8, but it's like 7.3 right now, my understanding is. So it don't matter whether somebody take me as a fool or not, right? All I got to do is take me serious. You feel me? That's all I got to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm learning so much that it almost seemed like it's impossible. But, with God, all things that appear impossible for man are possible for God. Because that's all you can manifest. So, I'm going to get to this one part in this piece of literature.